I have a wild and wildly unsettling story in the New York Post today. It's about the $4.4 billion shadow economy created by people shoplifting and then the fences who sell their stuff. Stealing is, bad enough, and that's enough of a job, I guess. But the job isn't completed until the goods are actually sold and the so-called boosters get paid off. And the guy selling it gets paid off. And he will then sell it often online via various, resale sites, and he'll put the stuff up there, and so as to seem like a legitimate person selling one item at a time, like he'll put up, say, a power saw. Then he'll put up a second power saw after that's sold. So it looks like he's just selling some power saw that he had laying around in his basement, instead of the fact that, he's selling stolen goods. So maybe that's something to think about next time you find some great deal online. I was talking to a guy who owns some of the largest supermarkets in New York, and one of the big problems are people stealing food and selling it to local bodegas. And one of the things that bodegas apparently love is Haagen-Dazs ice cream. So guys will go in there with a garbage bag, load it up with all the Haagen-Dazs in the place, run to the nearest bodega, unload it at the bodega. They have to move very, very quickly because obviously the clock is ticking because the ice cream could melt. Now, this particular guy was kind of crafty. He came up with a technique where they would mark the bottoms of all the Haagen-Dazs. So when they get stolen, they would go to the bodegas in the neighborhood, particularly ones where they thought they were getting dropped off, find the Haagen-Dazs, and then tell the guys, listen, if you do this again, we're going to get you locked up. It apparently served to scare the bodega owners, or the people who are buying the hot ice cream. In one case, there's a store in Suffolk County called Easy Cash Pawn and Jewelry. And the people there were like serious fences. They had a pawn shop in the front and basically a warehouse in the back where they were stashing stolen stuff that they would buy from shoplifters. They would give them shopping lists and tell them what they needed because what was going to move quickly, through their resources for reselling it. And they got caught. The Suffolk County DA busted them, and the pawn shop is shut down. And in one instance, what a security guy told me is that he knows somebody who was getting a haircut in the Bronx. And a guy came into the haircutting place and basically was taking orders for stuff he would steal from the supermarket and bring to them. It's almost like an illicit version of one of these shopping services. You don't have to shop. You're just sitting there getting your hair done, and when you leave, you get your steak, your eggs, your cereal at a discount because there'll be somebody who'll run to some nearby supermarket and swipe it for you. It's a wild, crazy world, and hopefully it's going to get better.